Hi, and welcome to the Balancing Act Miami Fort Lauderdale edition. I'm Montel Williams. We're bringing you the community stories and introducing you to businesses and people who are making a difference. So let's see who's making a difference right here in your neighborhood.
On today's episode, how a South Florida law firm is changing the way smart business owners look at real estate and development. Tips for buying the perfect diamond for any special occasion. Information about how you can get rid of that lingering back and spine pain. Plus, a deep dive into the importance of dairy in the lives of American families and our economy. All this and much more on The Balancing Act. Most business owners will tell you how important a trusted attorney is to have on your team. Finding the right one can be the key to success.
The most important thing about a client-attorney relationship is the rapport you have with your clients. First, when we meet with the client, we establish what is it that the client's looking for, and we figure it out how is it that we can help them. And based on whatever they need, we establish a course of action and a solution for them. It's always the constant communication, being able to answer questions whenever they're asked, and also being able to be available, which is one of the complaints I get mostly from clients, is that their attorney is never available to answer their questions. So I always make sure that our firm is available to answer those questions. Attorneys are important for businesses and property investors because if we're getting into a new business that you have no idea what you're doing, we're trying to see what could happen as far as issues, and we're trying to prevent possible problems. And hiring an attorney from the beginning prevents all those issues. We make sure that our clients have a smooth transaction, that they're not going to have any issues in the future that could have been prevented if they had retained an attorney.
The lifeblood of the South Florida economy is its real estate and construction industry. Many investors and entrepreneurs in this space come from abroad to put their money in a stable environment with high potential upside. But some can get into trouble if they don't know the local laws and regulations. That's where a trusted attorney comes in.
South Florida has such a logistical international advantage to many entrepreneurs and clients. Everything here comes to Miami, and there's always easy access to and from Miami. Most of my clients come from different nationalities, and they're used to a different way of doing things. So when they come to the U.S., we educate them about the U.S. process and how we do things in the U.S.
I've been using Michelle's law firm, Formaggio law firm, for over 13 years. She's helped me with the foreclosure process, followed by a bankruptcy. She was able to help me with the lease of a property. Years later, she was able to help me open a business. She made sure all the T's were crossed and the I's were dotted. She's one of the best at what she does. She's a savant. She was able to guide me through the process of partnerships, acquisitions. She's very thoughtful. She's very thorough. She's always attentive. She always has the right answer. She always guides me even if it's not what I want to hear. She always gives me what I need to hear.
Michele is very smart. I like working with her. I learned so much from her. She's really sharp. Yes, it is empowering being co-counsel and working on these certain cases together. We have diverse backgrounds, which we consider those assets in representing our clients. Between Michele and I, we speak several different languages, so if someone is more comfortable in speaking Creole or Portuguese, Michele and I, we can help them. What's exciting about real estate is the different ways folks can own homes. In the past, it was just single-family homes, but now real estate is one of the main economies down here. There's so much new development that's going on, and we just want to be a part of that, and we want to help you be a part of that.
For Michele Formaggio, being an attorney is more than a job. It's a calling.
I come from a family of attorney, but even as a child, I was always a problem solver. Besides being a problem solver, I always look at things in a different way. When friends and family have come to me, I've always able to see a different way of doing things, and I think the advantage you have for being an attorney is that you're not emotionally involved in your client's problem, so you're able to see it from a different perspective. The law is important because we want to make sure that everybody's actions are consistent and that everybody's aware of how they're supposed to act. Our goal is to make sure our clients understand their rights and that we empower them to make the decisions. At Formaggio Law Firm, our client satisfaction defines our success.
For more information about Formaggio Law Firm, go to formaggiolawfirm.com or check out our website, thebalancingact.com.
You don't want to miss this next story.
Zion Mady knows diamonds. He's been obsessed with them for decades now.
When I was 12 years old, I went to my father's office, and my father put diamonds on the table and said, play with them. I said, oh my God, I saw the shine, the sparkle on them. I said, that's what I want to do the rest of my life. And I started playing with the diamonds, playing. And I said, I want to do even much more. I want to make them as a jewelry. And I continue playing, and now it's already up after 40 years, I'm doing the same thing. I'm very happy.
He owns Daniella Design, a leading New York jewelry and diamond wholesaler. With over 800 independent clients around the country, he has his ring finger on the pulse of the industry. Actually, the entire Mady family does.
We love working with each other, through the good and bad sometimes, but we make it work, and it's a lot of fun,
The best part is seeing them every day and spending the day with them and just seeing everybody so happy and growing and being productive and creativity that's flowing from my kids and my husband. It's just a great feeling.
An estimated 90% of diamonds enter the United States through New York City, and most of that action takes place on a single block in Manhattan called the Diamond District.
It's definitely an exciting place. You have so many people doing so many things. It's mind-blowing sometimes when I walk past and I think about, if I know how much when I walk past our building, I think, I know how much happens in just one office in this building. How much happens in each of these buildings on this one block.
Everything we sell, I can say, Leah can say, I know my parents can say, my brother can say, our salesman, anyone else in this company, we stand by our product, we believe in our product, we service our product. And that's why the stores trust us, because they know that we believe in our product ourselves. I can go on for days, we all can.
One of the hardest parts about buying jewelry is the sheer number of potential sellers that you have to choose from. In the Diamond District alone, there are thousands of businesses dedicated to the sale and service of diamonds and jewelry. So how do you know where to look to get the best quality product at a great price?
The most important thing, who you buy from. A jewelry business is something is very hard to know if it's a good quality or not. And also another stuff is to have certificate. And one of the certificates is leading worldwide called GIA. And if you're buying something expensive and you say to yourself, you know what kind of quality, it's very good to have certificate or appraisal next to it. And again, it's very important who you're buying from, somebody you trust, who's been for a generation or many years in the business and has a very good name. And also those stores, who they're buying from.
We're a small business. We are up and coming. We have a huge stock. You don't really have to have a budget, but you need to know what you want, but you could also see it. Many stores make it custom for you. So you don't really know what you're getting as a final product. Here, you can see it. And we work with our customers. We send them pictures. You can ask about our name. They're not getting something they don't know what they're getting.
It's very nice to see a lady walking the street and a man brings a nice ring and she smiles, it just made my day. So I'm thinking about it. I met thousands of people today, and I'm making people happy, I'm making families happy.
For more information about Daniella Design, go to danielladesign.com or check out our website, thebalancingact.com. Each year, 1/2 of all working Americans admit to having back pain symptoms. In fact, it's estimated that 80% of the population will experience back pain at one point in their lives. And the sad thing is, many people just learn to live with it. Well, today, we're going to introduce you to one patient who decided to get her life back. And thanks to doctors here at Florida Spine Associates, she did just that.
I remember crawling in my apartment in agony, begging for relief. My husband finding me. I was in misery. I mean, complete misery. It's the worst feeling when you have pain and it's so unbearable. And it was unrelenting.
33-year-old Sherry Lubin was suffering on a daily basis. So much so, her back problems started affecting her personal life as well as her work life. She felt like her health was deteriorating day by day.
I couldn't do the little things that I used to do. Go to the grocery store, go to the gym, run, just clean the house, go out with my friends, sit down to a nice dinner without having pain.
Back pain is one of the most common medical problems, affecting 8 out of 10 people at some point during their lives. Some 16 million adults experience persistent or chronic back pain, and as a result, are limited in certain everyday activities. Sherry knew she had to do something and came here to Florida Spine Associates. She was desperate for help and desperate for relief.
Well, you remember this MRI. This is what we had before.
Yes.
Here you can see where that big bit of disc is squeezed out here and it's pushing on that nerve. And that's what was causing all the pain.
Sherry's condition is just one of many patients experience. Other common back issues include low back sprains and strains, lumbar degenerative disc disease, lumbar disc herniation, lumbar stenosis, neck sprain, neck strain, and osteoporosis.
One of the most common conditions we see related to the spine is a disc herniation. And classically, patients with disc herniation will have back pain, but they'll also have sciatica, right? So they'll have the pain that shoots down their leg. And a lot of times they'll also have weakness, or they'll have a foot drop, or they'll have numbness and tingling. So all that together really affects people's quality of lives.
At Florida Spine Associates, patient care is top priority. With over 50 years of combined experience, doctors and therapists give the top quality care to each patient. A team consisting of board-certified and fellowship-trained orthopedic spine surgeons and interventional pain management physicians, along with an extensive staff of medical professionals, all working together to give patients suffering from back problems the care they need.
Only a minority of patients that come in actually have surgery. The majority of patients we treat non-surgically. One common thing that can be done is steroid injections. So we'll often do epidural steroid injections to treat sciatica, right, the radiculopathy. And we have several interventional pain management physicians who are our partners who are fantastic at it. And they can really change people's lives and often get them to avoid even seeing me as a spine surgeon. There's many different surgical options, ranging from large reconstructive surgeries to minimally invasive outpatient surgery. So we tailor the appropriate surgical condition to whatever the pathology is. Patients that have large scoliosis, now we have computer-generated, customized implants to allow for a perfect correction of their alignment to get them back to where they should be. And then on the other end of the spectrum, we have outpatient minimally invasive surgery. In fact, the majority of my surgeries now are done at a surgical center. And people go home within a couple hours after surgery. And I'm talking about artificial disc replacements, motion-preserving technology. You can go back home the next day. Fusions in the neck, you can go home the same day. Lumbar fusions, microdiscectomy. And we can really get amazing results in minimally invasive techniques.
Which brings us back to Sherry, who underwent surgery and is living life pain-free.
I'm doing great. I'm taking care of myself. I'm taking care of my parents, my husband, my life, back to running, back to eating good, back to enjoying the outdoors. I'm enjoying life.
It is so great to hear that Sherry's doing well, and thanks to the doctors here at Florida Spine Associates for having us. And if you'd like more information, just go to their website, floridaspineassociates.com, or check out our website, thebalancingact.com.
Farmers are great stewards of the environment, and around 95% of all dairy farms are family-owned and family-operated.
So welcome to the Milking Our Dairy Farm. Cheers.
Cheers.
Salut.
Salut.
Values, commitment, dedication, leadership. These are just a few of the virtues that help shape Florida's dairy industry.
Our cows don't work for us. We work for our cows. I mean, we have cows if they need something done on a Sunday morning at 10:30 or a Saturday night at 2:30. You know, we make that happen. It's a generational business that luckily our kids want to be involved and pursue it.
We're very fortunate to have raised our family on the farm. And it's just a lifestyle that we just really, truly enjoy and hope one day we will have grandchildren that will grow up on the farm just like our children did.
There are over 120,000 dairy cows in the state of Florida alone. Together, they produce about 300 million gallons of nutritious milk each year.
Today, since 2007, it's documented that we use 30% less land, 21% less water to produce. We're actually producing more milk per cow. And I do a little illustration. When we have a tour on the farm, my grandfather, he sold milk in 10-gallon cans. And at that time, in 1944, it took 5 cows to fill a 10-gallon can. Today, in 2020, on our farm this past week, it took 1 cow to fill that can.
This marsh on the Rux family farm is a great example of how water can be captured and reused to conserve natural resources.
In 2005, I believe, we gave up 100 acres of land that we actually had cattle on this farm. And we created our own little, if you want to per se, wetland or filter marsh. So, in the dry season, we can use that water for irrigation. And in the wet season, when it's raining a lot, we're pumping that water in. So we're not using any water out of the aquifer. And the win-win is, in my eyes, we've created a phenomenal area for all types of wildlife. I mean, multiple alligators, all types of birds.
And with some help from technology, Florida dairy farmers today are combining new ideas with generations of commitment so that families throughout the Sunshine State can have nutritious, delicious milk. How the cattle are fed is a great example of this.
You can see they're all pretty happy, so sweet babies. And what's really neat about this system is how fast the calves catch on to it. For the first 10 days of life, we actually house them individually in like what would be about like a crib or a pack and play. So that way we can really kind of monitor and watch them really closely, because as we know with newborns, there are a lot of things just to monitor and really make sure of. And on that 10th day, we introduce them to the calf feeder. And within 24 hours, these calves are so smart, they know how to use the system. And as you can see, they're doing just fine. So they've got all their friends. And cows are herd animals. And a herd animal means that they enjoy, stop it, they enjoy being with other cows.
Every day we're making sure that things are working the way they should to ensure this world that what we're doing on this farm is sustainable for many, many years to come.
And that's what the consumers of Florida need to understand is the milk produced that they buy in the store is produced by families just like ours. It doesn't matter if it's in Okeechobee or Mayo or Jacksonville, all the way out to Tallahassee. It's produced on folks that care for their animals and care for their land in the great state of Florida.
I'm on location at Legacy Healing Center, a very special place that helps individuals suffering with addiction. For one woman, Legacy saved her life.
I was about probably 14, 8th grade area, end of middle school is when it started.
And what started? Drinking?
Drinking and just, your typical like weekend smoking weed with friends and, just doing things that we weren't supposed to be doing.
It started on the weekends, then Catherine lost control. The addiction overtook daily life.
Pills, cocaine.
Heroin?
Yeah.
Did that kind of just become a way of life for you?
It did.
It did. Years would pass and the addiction got worse. Catherine totaled 3 cars, was arrested for drunk driving, became estranged from family and friends, and found herself completely alone.
After high school, Catherine is lost. Catherine is definitely addicted. At that point, I graduated high school and I didn't know what to do. And by that time, I knew that I had a problem.
When Catherine turned 23, she knew she had to do something. She was ready to take the first step.
I knew that I couldn't continue to drink, and I couldn't continue to use drugs. It destroyed my life. It's destroyed my family's life. I didn't have a life.
Having an opportunity to release those racing thoughts.
It took a lot of courage and determination, but she was able to walk through these doors.
Tell me what you're grateful for today and why.
I guess I'll start. I'm grateful today for being sober and clean,
and ask for help.
So when they walk in that door, we want to give them some hope, a ray of hope. We want to let them know that they're worthy of sobriety, that they're worthy of love and worthy of belonging, and we want to love them back to life.
Legacy is personal to me. Legacy is ladies and gentlemen caring for ladies and gentlemen. That is the foundation of which we're built. It translates from our employees, 135 of them, that will pour into the clients to create a better outcome.
An approach designed to build hope and help people like Catherine achieve a better life.
We use yoga, we use massage therapy, acupuncture as alternatives to opioid pain management. And then the social aspect, we have certified recovery coaches that have life experiences. They've been personally affected by the disease of addiction, so they can share their, personal experiences, their strength, their hope to inspire and to motivate the patients.
How long have you been clean?
2 years.
How is life today?
My life today is beautiful.
What does the future look like for Catherine?
Maybe go back to school.
Maybe finish college?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thanks.
Legacy is helping so many people get back on track. And if you'd like more information, you can go to their website, legacyhealing.com, or check out our website, thebalancingact.com.
Does insurance seem complicated? Don't worry. Our next story has you covered.
Small businesses are an anchor of the U.S. economy. There are around 31 million small businesses in America, and they generate the majority of jobs in the country. Whether you own a restaurant, a construction company, a clothing store, a franchise, or anything in between, Lewis & Palmer Benefits is here to help.
Business owners are risk takers. They have this great product or this great idea, and they go out and they start a business. But fairly quickly, they realize they have to buy inventory. They have to manage a sales team. They have to hire employees and offer group benefits. That's where we come in. We take the complicated stuff like group benefits and we make it simple. We manage this for them so that they can do what they do best, grow their business and produce profit.
With boutique-style service where they take the complicated and make it simple, Lewis & Palmer Benefits is committed to being your trusted advisor.
Our business is different. We believe that the best experience that you can have is one in which you're dealing with someone who knows your company. So we personalize your service. You have an agent assigned to you. We don't deal with brokers. And frankly, we have no affiliation with any single carrier. At the end of the day, I don't care about how much commission they're going to pay. I want to find a plan that works for your team, not a policy.
So let's talk about voluntary employee benefits and why you should use them in your company.
Voluntary benefits are very important. Voluntary benefits offer your employees the same sort of thing that they can get on the individual market, only richer. And at the same time, they can supplement the existing health plans that are in place. Remember, on the individual market, there are rules in place and oftentimes waiting periods that are in place or even benefits that are less rich than what is in a group setting. The beautiful thing is your employees can enroll in a voluntary benefit, have the premiums payroll deducted, and you're going to offer them a benefits package, not a policy.
Maybe you're wondering, what's the difference between an insurance broker and Lewis & Palmer?
To understand the difference between Lewis & Palmer Benefits and an insurance broker, it's important first to understand what an insurance broker is. These are essentially agents of insurance companies. They put together a lot of plans, they put them in front of you, and they say, pick one. The question always remains, why would they recommend one over another? There may be arrangements in place that you're not even aware of. My firm, we do brokering, but it is not who we are. At the end of the day, we're going to go to everybody that offers plans, and we're going to provide you with plans that make sense for your profile of people. True benefits. And one of the things I'm most proud of is that we do all of this at no cost to you.
As a business owner or HR director, you're already managing finances and responding to customers. You don't want your employees or you to waste time dealing with insurance companies and endless hold times.
You and your employees don't need to call an insurance company. You call our firm. Maybe your employee lost his insurance card, or maybe the physician needs to verify coverage, or maybe he needs help with a claim. You have a dedicated account manager at our firm that can help you with this.
We've been using Lewis & Palmer benefits since last summer, and I'm thrilled that we made the change to them. They're a one-stop shop for our insurance benefits and 401k. We have a single point of contact there that handles all of our customer service. With Lewis & Palmer, we couldn't be happier.
Everything that Lewis & Palmer does is well thought out and designed to minimize the time and effort you put into solving problems. They will make sure you get the best benefit for every dollar you spend.
So why do businesses offer group benefits? Sometimes business owners offer benefits because they want to retain and attract great talent. Sometimes they offer benefits because they want to provide a benefit for themselves or for their family. Maybe they're looking to minimize their taxes. Group benefits do all of that for you. As long as you know up front the why, you can then measure whether or not these plans actually work. My firm exists to do one thing, providing a plan for your team.
At Lewis & Palmer, they measure great service one person at a time.
Technology is amazing, and there are a million ways you can contact us electronically, but frankly, my favorite way is for you to call us. We're going to find out a way to say yes. It's what we do.
To find out more about Lewis & Palmer benefits, visit lpbenefits.com, and of course, you can visit our website, thebalancingact.com.
Thanks so much for joining us on this local edition of The Balancing Act. We'll see you next time.